Another rainy day, y'all. Another rainy conclusion of a day. Another rainy, nasty, disgusting day. Oh my God. No sun today, I guess. I drank some water this morning. What's going on, honey? What's going on, Sugarfoot? Happy Friday, everyone. Come on in here. I'm out the house early today. I decided to get up and get out. Start my day a little bit earlier today, and that's what I did. We out here. We is out here, honey. It's the weekend. Good morning. How's everybody today? I slept well last night. I did a live stream last night on my way home from work, but I stopped it um, because I was just talking. Wasn't nobody really engaging in the conversation. So I just stopped. I was like, let me just turn this off. I think I talked for like 20 minutes or whatever. A few people came in and said hi, but sometimes I just don't have the energy. And that's what happens when you do social media. Sometimes on live streams, you're going to be the only one talking, honey. And that's okay too. So when that happens, and I'm kind of really not in the mood anyway, I just shut the video off. Never get offended. Never get mad. Just shut the video off. I feel like I'm missing something. Like I should have more stuff in here, but I don't even know. So again, when people are not engaging in the live stream, you just have to leave it. Leave it where it lays. I gotta get gas too. But I left the house this morning early because I didn't feel like seeing nobody's face. I didn't feel like seeing the foolery that happens at that place. So I left early. I removed myself from the equation early this morning. And I'm happy I did. That way I don't have to see the normal circus that takes place in there. On Fridays, normally a lot of the girls leave. They go home to their families or whoever they friends or whoever. They just go away for a couple of days, which is fine by me. I'd be happy. But the main person that I want to go away is the girl with the baby, and she's like, she lives there, literally. She never leaves. She never goes anywhere. So as soon as the weather break, I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff in my car because it's gonna be springtime and it's gonna be like perfect. So it's perfect to stay in your car in the springtime. Now, when summertime get here, it's gonna be a little too hot sometimes, but for the most part, I'll be doing a lot of stuff in my car. And I will be staying nights in my car just to get away from the house. And I don't mind it. I like to get away. So getting away is a good thing. So I will be doing some car life videos. Just, spending the night in my car, chilling, going out in nature, seeing places that I can spend the night at that's safe. And even though they have like this big thing going on with people not being able to live in their car, I'm not really living in my car. I'm just staying the night in my car. I'm gonna be doing a lot of that in the summertime just to get away from the house. Because I usually, when I'm at the house, I'm normally like inside my room all day. Like when I'm off, I'm in my room all day, unless I go to the kitchen and like make breakfast or whatever early in the morning, and I retreat to go in my room. But I noticed when I'm off and I have nothing to do, I'm just laying around all day, which is fine to lay around and do nothing because I work. You know what I mean? I work hard, so I deserve to lay around when the heck I feel like it. And yeah, but sometimes I get, I don't know, restful. I be not wanting to lay around. So I gotta learn to just when I feel like that, I gotta learn to get up and just leave the house. I gotta just get up and leave the house because I don't be wanting to be there. And all I do is find myself watching like Netflix movies and just chilling, which is nothing wrong. But I be just sometimes my spirit just don't be sitting right. Sometimes my spirit is not in the right place, so I have to. But I gotta start getting up early anyway, again, like I used to when I was at the shelter. Because when I was at the shelter, I used to leave that shelter at like 4 something in the morning. Like 4:45 was the earliest I ever left that shelter. I'm the type of person I like to be out the way, so I don't want to see nobody, especially no roommates. I don't want to see nobody. I have nothing in common with anyone. Yeah, some inner peace. As soon as this crappy weather breaks, because it's like raining, it's getting a little bit warmer. But as soon as I'm able to have some nights where they said this weekend is supposed to be like in the 60s or something. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it that soon, but I'm definitely gonna be like out hiking again and doing the stuff that I like to do in nature. So I can't wait to start doing that. To just get away. Because normally I'm in my room all day, and sometimes I get tired of doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the house is kind of crazy. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on with a lot of those women that I just be looking at them with the second eye. Like, I'm like, aren't we all here to like get our lives back together? That's why they have transitional housing for people that need it. But if you're in transitional housing, you should be doing something to try to get yourself stable again and not flop all day. Some of them girls literally just be flopping around. One of the girls I saw yesterday, she got a daughter there, and her daughter's like 13, and she don't even be wanting to get her daughter up to go to school. She be in the room begging for her daughter to get up. I'm like, what the hell is going on in here? So when I'm up now, like I left the house, I didn't even have to filter any of that energy of a lot of those women that piss me off because most of them are lazy. I think it's only like 3 people in the house that work, and the other 2 girls are not working. But I got these white hairs on me. And people tell me like maybe you should mind your business. I'm like, well, I live there, so it is my freaking business. So a lot of the trolls come here and try to tell me I should mind my own business. You don't know what's going on with her. But when I see somebody sitting on the couch all day, literally not even really watching her child, on her phone all day, talking about everybody else in their lives, what someone else should be doing, and she's flopping on the sofa all day, that type of energy and that type of person, I don't want to be around you like that. Like, I don't barely conversate with this woman. I have nothing in common with her or anybody else in that house for Matt. But I do respect, like, I respect the chicks that get up like me and go to work every day. But the ones that just be sitting around, is the other girl. She got an older daughter and she has a son that comes there to visit her sometimes. She's begging her daughter, "Oh, you gotta go to school today." She don't even be wanting to get up to get her daughter on the school bus. I just be like, yo, Lord Jesus, if you could just drop some money out the sky so I can go find me a place, honey, because I just need it. I need my own place. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? And of course, the trolls, they like to come in here and try to rip me apart. But the thing about that is, I don't care. I know everybody has their own opinions and stuff. Like, why don't you just kind of mind your own business? I said, no, she is my business because guess what? I live there. I pay rent there. So everything that goes on in there is my damn business. Well, there you go. But it felt nice just getting out early this morning before like anybody got up. Because I know they were probably hearing like, they be hearing people moving around and stuff in the house because you know everybody in there is focused on everybody else. But they mainly be focused on the new people, which is me and this other girl. So, and today I get off work at 3, so I have to stop a few places. I need some soil because I don't know if I told y'all, but I got me a new house plant. I got a house plant for my room. Yeah, yeah. I wish I had some hand clapping music on, but I got me a house plant for my room, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, I'm happy. So I got to get some soil for it because like every time I get like a new house plant, I like to change the soil right away because every spring season, like every season that comes in when I have a house plant, I'll always change the soil. And I'm gonna get me a nice pot. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today when I get off work at 3. Get me some soil and get me a nice pot for the plant so that the roots can thrive. You know what I mean? The roots be thriving, honey. Let them roots thrive. We gotta let the roots spread because I'm gonna see that plant is gonna really like flourish, right? Because I was going to get 2 plants, but something was like, no. I know I be looking a mess when I come on here, but you know, it's not a modeling gig, right? I get myself together when I get to work. I put on my little makeup, fix my hair, but when I'm on my way to work, girl, this ain't no interview. And I don't really want to get a second job because you know what? I'm gonna be super duper tired. And then I gotta hustle my soap business, which I'm gonna get into that as soon as the weather gets nice. As soon as I see a nice sunny day, I'm off to the races with that. But I really don't want to get a second job. I've been kind of dragging my feet with that, but God is good nonetheless. But I know I need it. So darn that. Let's see. That is some ibuprofen. Every time I'm in Wawa, guess what I'm getting? Some spoons. Every time I'm in there, I get spoons. Let me take this Tylenol. I got a ibuprofen. I told you I'd be in pain, right? This little area here. It's like a nerve there. I gotta get them to look at that in the X-ray. Because last time I went there for pain, they gave me some muscle relaxers, and I'm like, I don't want no damn muscle relaxers. I don't want them. This is the ibuprofen I'm gonna take to work with me. I'm not gonna take the whole jar in there, but it's the ibuprofen 600. So if I start getting pain in my side, I'm gonna have to take ibuprofen. I don't like taking pills really at all, but if I need to, I will. If I need to, I will. That's the motto. If I need to, I will. If I need to take the pain pill, I will. It's only ibuprofen 600, but yeah, I feel like um, I'm still going through a lot of stuff, and it sucks because I can't talk about it. So just know sometimes when I come on here, my emotions are kind of all over the place. It's a little shaky, but I'm still going through a lot of things. But I'm doing better, you know. So I'm proud of myself for that. But sometimes it just be like, sometimes I just be tired, mentally tired of life. And I just be wanting to take my little money, my savings, and just get in my car, take all my stuff, and just freaking drive. Drive until I can't stop and just go somewhere by a river or like a big, beautiful state park and just stay there and just disappear, right? That's what I be feeling like doing sometimes. I wish I could just leave, like go start a new life somewhere. But there's things that I need to do, so I can't. But when my responsibility part of my life is over, I can do whatever I want to do. And I'm still going to be like young and in shape enough to still do certain things because now I'm pushing the big 50 in the next couple of years. But I'm like, damn, life just go by so fast. Life just really hits you. And then some days I wake up and I'm like, dang, I'm getting old. You know what I mean? But I feel good inside my body. But I'm like, damn, where did the time go? Where did the time go? Where did the time go, essentially, for my life? Time is just flying by. And I just be like, damn, life is crazy. And then you got so many, like, there's so much hatefulness out here in the world. You just be sitting here looking like, yo, I am not like these freaking people that walk this earth. I'm not like these people. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody, but I am not like these people that walk the earth with the drama and the BS. Ciao. I got on the road early today because I didn't feel like getting up while everybody else was moving around. The girls that do move around. Because sometimes, like I told y'all, there's only one exit outside of that house, and it's in the living room. So when I have to leave a certain time and some of the girls are up, they're up sitting around in the living room just, talking and doing whatever they do. And I don't be wanting to see nobody's face. So when I don't want to see nobody's face, honey, I got to get up early and be out the door. And I work early today anyway, but I don't want to do it. Hi, Ebony. How you doing? My Cash App is inside my description box. It's in that About section if you ever wanted to Cash App me anything. I appreciate you. I don't have greens on there, but I will try again. Oh, yeah. I got to get some soil. I got to get some soil. Yeah, of course you can't see me because I was looking at something. I don't always show my camera like the whole time I do a live stream. So I don't always show my face. I don't always show my mean mug. Because I might be driving somewhere I don't want somebody to see. But I always don't show my face, so let's not get used to this thing. I know I look a mess, but um, I got my coffee already. I woke up this morning early and got coffee because yesterday when I left the house, I didn't do anything. Normally, I like boil some eggs. I make boiled eggs, have boiled eggs on the road, and I'll make those on my way to work. But unfortunately, this morning I didn't get up in time. I didn't get up in time. When I was at the shelter, I would get up at like 4:30. Because I would be the same way at the shelter, just being out the way, being low key, staying out the way, being out the way. That's what I would do. So this morning I was like, okay, everybody still sleeps, so let me get up and get out this door. So I just don't have to see anybody. I don't want to see nobody's face. Living with roommates suck. It really does. But I am grateful to be there. Like I'm grateful to have shelter and everything. But living with the roommates is typically the worst experience of my life, to be quite frankly. But I appreciate you guys. If you guys could thumbs up the video, if you guys do not know me, I used to be a homeless woman. I used to live in a homeless shelter. I was evicted out of my apartment in 2024. And when I left my apartment, I went to go stay with family members, or a family member, and that didn't work out. And after that, I went to go stay with another roommate. It did not work out. So I had to I stayed in hotels for a little while. And then, hotels are so expensive. So I went through all my savings just paying for like hotel rooms. And when you pay for hotel rooms, you got to pay for those bad boys on a weekly basis. And sometimes the cheapest hotel was like an extended stay, and that was like $350 a week. So I had to pay for that. And then after a while, I went through my savings and I had to move out of the hotel. Like I was always like working and everything and had money doing this process, because if you ever find yourself homeless and you have to find a hotel or somewhere else to live for now, as long as you have a job and you have some money coming in, it makes the situation a little bit easier. And then I had my stint. I stayed inside homeless shelters, and that was a experience in itself. Yes, it was an experience in itself staying at shelters, because a lot of them women that live in shelters got nasty attitudes. It was just a mess. They treat you like crap. They talk to you like garbage because they know that you don't have any options left. They know that you don't have anywhere else to. When you go to a shelter, that means, hey, I don't have family. I don't have nobody. And a lot of people say, oh, you burned your bridges. Let's not talk about something that you know nothing about. You don't know what happened between me and my family or those other people in their family for them to not have anywhere to go. There's a lot of people out here in this world that don't have anywhere to go. And they may not have the most supportive family system that's in place, so they have to go to a shelter. So a lot of people that work in those shelters, they look down on people that's in shelters because they think that they're better. They think that eviction or anything can never happen to them. Ain't that some crap? They think certain things can never happen to them. I pray to God that certain things just don't happen to me. Like, I pray that my health is always A1. I pray that my health is always A plus. I pray that my job keep me. But Sarah, I always got my hands in other things, trying to make money other ways. We cannot depend on these traditional jobs out here no more. A traditional job is a good thing, but you also need other avenues to make money. Like, because your job is not dependable. I saw 2 guys at my job within the last month, well, 3 people got fired because they weren't producing. So, and then on top of that, they're like saying that, oh, there was too many people there anyway. And I was just like, and these men were like in their 70s. They were in their 70s and they were like knocking on retirement's door, but I guess they were trying to work as much as they could to get as much money as they can. So, and I pray to God that I can make it that far. I pray I can make it to my 70s. Because some people are like, oh, I don't want to get old. Like, I really have no problem with getting old. I don't care about age. Somebody asked me my age, I'm 45. I'm not one of those women that's embarrassed to age or, I don't care about aging. And that's what it is. I exercise and use my body every single day. So I'm going to be ageless forever. But I don't care about aging. Some people be trying to hide it. I'm like, sis, we all going to age and we all going to die. I don't want to go back to my 20s. I don't want to go back to my 30s. I don't want to. I don't want to stay young. Because people equate staying young to beauty and just being young, having young skin, having a young look. And I don't want to stay young forever. I'm okay with getting old, honey. I'm okay with being grandma. I have no shame or no fear in that because I know one day I'm going to leave this earth and we all leave this earth at some point. I have no problem with that at all. Do you want to stay in your 20s forever? No. For what? You're going to get bored. You stay in your 20s. A lot of people in their 20s. When I was in my 20s, I was a mom. So I wasn't out on the streets. I wasn't a party girl. I was always like in the house, working, making money, taking care of my children. That's what I did in my 20s. In my 30s, same way. 40s, things changed for my life. Things changed for my life. But no, I do not want to stay young forever. Because you get bored fast. Like, okay, if you stay in your 20s, if you could stay in your 20s or stay in your 30s forever, most people typically, why would you want to stay in your 20s? I don't know why anybody would want to stay in their 20s. I don't know why anybody would just want to stay young. Because eventually you're going to get bored. Right? Don't you get bored of being in your 20s? What are you going to do in your 20s? Most people in their 20s are in college or working their first job or just whatever. I don't want to stay young. I want this aging process to continue to keep moving forward. I'm fine with it. I am completely okay with it. They're just twists for now. I take them out when I get to work. It just twist out. I don't care. I don't think they're watching me, but if they was, I really don't care. They would have to really find me. When you find somebody on YouTube or whatever, you have to really dig and find them. So I don't share my social medias on anything. The only thing somebody really can find me on is like Facebook or Instagram. That's about it. But my YouTube channel, no, you got to really dig to find this. Um, I work at extended stay, and it's around 550 Sky. Oh gosh, that's crazy. That is insane. Yeah, the extended stay I was staying in New Jersey was $350 a week, and that was probably the cheapest that I could find. And I stayed in there, but dag 550. Yo, it's crazy. Like for them rates, man, I stay in my damn car. I would stay in my car gladly. Like I would just hustle it. I'm not paying that. Just like I'm just not doing that. Like if certain little things that I wasn't responsible for right now, girl, I'd be in my car right. Well, not now because it's cold. It's cold out here still. Springtime, summertime, girl, I could stay in my car the whole summer and be fine. It might be a little uncomfortable because it does get hot and all that stuff. Yeah, I've been through that. I did stay in my car in the summer of 2025 for like 34 days. And that was like at the end of June, I think the beginning of July, or it could have been the end of July when it was really hot. But because we all know July and August is like the hottest time in the summer, but it was hell. But at least I ain't had to pay no rent or pay no hotel stay or anything. I stayed in my car for 34 days. I sure did. And I was happy because at 550, man, unless I had a job, like even if I had a job and I was making really good money and I could afford it, I ain't paying nobody that. Yeah, right. I stay in my car. Stay in my car for like 40 days, save up. It's crazy out here. I see why a lot of people are living in their cars because if I could live in my car and stay on the road, I would do that. But see, I have things that I have to do and things that I'm responsible for, so I can't really make that decision right now. But one day in my life, I would be able to just leave society because I'm not paying these bills out here. What? But I just got to worry about myself and I could just worry about me, pay my bills or whatever, just responsible for myself. But I have things in my life that I have to do. So I can't really make that decision right now. But this society stuff that's going on right now with the rent, the bills, the rip-offs and everything, the food prices, the gas, everything is freaking insane. If you don't make the money to be able to pay it, what you got to work 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs? Like even if you work two part-time jobs, two full-time jobs at a low rate, you still struggling. You're still struggling. So man, so many people make that decision to be done with society, man. Work your little job. As long as you have a car, you're gonna make it, you're gonna be okay. But this crap right here that's going on out here in the world, car insurance is high, everything is sky freaking high. And when I got my car at the time when I was homeless, so I needed a really dependable car, which is a good thing. My credit is good, right? Which is great. But they trying to get me into another car. Oh, we can get you into a more updated car. Like, nah, I'm good with what I have now because I'm going to be in debt for what, the next 10 years? No, I'm going to pay this crap off and I'm done with cars. Like, don't even try me. They just try to keep giving you stuff, giving you stuff, giving you stuff. Car insurance is already high. I don't know if I told y'all yesterday if you guys were on here, but I got stopped by a cop yesterday because my registration expired. Good morning. How y'all doing? 55 at Grandma, 13 years. I got stopped by a cop yesterday. And they were nice. They were nice cops. And one thing about me, when I get stopped by a cop, I never ask the cop, like, what are you stopping me for? Anything. I just let him talk. You know what I'm saying? I say, hello, hi, officer. So he was following me for a while. So I knew something was off. I knew I just paid my car insurance not too long ago. So I knew it wasn't my car insurance or whatever. So he was like, how you doing this evening? I said, good. I said, I'm headed to work or whatever. He was like, uh, yeah, well, your registration is expired like 2 days ago. I was like, oh my gosh, no way. I'm being all nice. Of course, I'm always nice to the cops when they stop me because when I get stopped by cops, they always let me go. I think the worst I've ever gotten was I did get a ticket like maybe a year ago. That's when I was going through my hell in my life, but I'm always nice and respectful to the police when they stop me. So he was like, your registration has expired 2 days ago. I said, no way, no way. I said, no, you kidding me, aren't you? So he was like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. He was like, do you have your registration card? I said, no, I don't have it. For some reason, I don't have my registration card or my car insurance. Because my car insurance, I could pull it up. I could pull up on the app on my phone. And my registration, I don't even think they're sending like registration cards off anymore because everybody got phones. Everything is like digital now. So he was like, well, if you pull over, if you just you pay for your, he said pay for your registration right now on your phone. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking in my head, when I pay for this registration, he's not gonna give me a ticket for no registration. So I was like, oh, I can pay it right now. He was like, yeah, just pull over here. So I was like, it's a Dollar General right there because when he stopped me, it was a highway. So I didn't want to be like on the highway trying to focus on like not having a car plow behind us and trying to pay my car registration on my phone. So he gave me the option to pay it. So I was like, oh, this looks good for me. So I said, can I pull over to this Dollar General right here so that I can, be more at peace trying to make this payment because I don't being on the highway is kind of scary. So he was like, yeah, just pull over. He was like, just let me get in my car and you just pull over here. And I said, okay, no problem. So I pulled over and he was like, yeah, you can just go to the NJ. something to renew my registration. He was like, it's really easy. So he walked me kind of through it a little bit. The cop was like in the car, like saying, yeah, use this, go here, go there. I said, oh, you must do this often. So the fact that they gave me the option to pay the registration like right away, I was happy. So I was like, thank you. He was like, okay, the officer will be right back. So I paid it. And he said the other officer is coming back. So the other officer came back and I was like, yo, this guy's in the freaking squad car writing me up a ticket. Ugh. So I was thinking he was going to write me up a ticket or whatever, but he didn't give me a ticket. He was like, all right, ma'am, you have a good day. I was like, thank you. Thank you, officer. I was like, I don't need no other bill, honey. He didn't give me a ticket because I'm usually nice to the cops when they stop me. I don't never ask the cop, what are you stopping me for? Like, I just keep my mouth shut and I do what needs to be done to juice these officers. Because once you're nice to them cops, I never get tickets. Ever. Ever. I mean, I gotten tickets throughout my life a few times, but one thing I don't do is mess with the police, honey. So, yeah, I didn't get the ticket and I was happy. So I had to call my boss. I was like, I'm going to be late. He was like thinking, I was like, you got to know right now, like, I'm not calling out, but I said, I am going to be late. And I said, I'm sorry. I said, I got stopped by a cop. My registration expired. So, but that's just how busy I've been with life. Like, I didn't even realize. And then on top of that, like, my change of address and everything was really like a factor because normally registration, they will send you something in the mail. And I never got it. He said the same thing. I'm going to check in more people to live together. Yeah, I'm thinking get a tea. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm sorry, y'all. It might start buffering soon because I'm about to drive in these trees, in these tree lines. But yeah, yeah. So the cops are nice. They're nice. I was like, thank you, officers. I tell y'all have a great day, officers. It was two of them. Because nowadays, like, it's not one cop. Normally, it's two cops. I guess they have partners and they be in the same car sometimes. And everything was fine, and they were following me for a while. So I was like, this is a damn cop. It was a cop car, but it wasn't your typical cop car. It was a cop kind of like, I don't know, it looked like like a Tahoe type SUV. So, but I could see the extra light that they had. Because y'all know the cops be having the mirror, and then they be having like a light on top of that mirror. And I was like, yo, this is a cop. Because they was following me, but they were following me quite aggressively. So I was like, this is a damn cop behind me. But everything was fine. And I was glad that I'm normally nice to the police when they stop me. I don't normally ask that question of, what are you stopping me for? I don't do that. Because when you be nasty to them, that's when they're going to suck you with a ticket. And I was like, a ticket is not something I want right now. Because I thought he was in the car writing me a ticket. He was like, I know you just paid your registration, but the law says that you're supposed to have, you know what I'm saying? So he could have wrote me a ticket if he wanted to. So I was happy. I was happy about that. And I was like, officer, do you mind if I pull into this parking lot? Because we were like literally right outside, like a Dollar General, just to pull off the road. Because I'm already like, I'm not really nervous with the cops because there was nothing in my car, like anything illegal. There was nothing illegal going on. So, and cops, they can pick up on you being nervous or you being whatever. Then they're going to start thinking, why are you so nervous? You got a dead body in the back of your car. Like, what? But come on, all types of stuff, y'all. They pick up on how you driving, if you swerving out the line. Like, they pick up on all stuff. And, of course, I was just sitting here having my coffee. But I was happy that everything kind of worked out. Bother me, because I'm nice to them. So, but I hope you guys all have a fabulous Friday, a good rested one. I left the house this morning early to start my day. I get off work today at 3, which she kind of cut my hours a little bit, but it's what it is. With that, I didn't do any yoga this morning. No stretching of any kind. So when I get to work, I'm gonna have to do some stretching. I'm gonna have to stretch this body, yaddy, honey, because I'm used to stretching every day. But today, I just wanted to really run out the house, like get out as soon as I can, and that's exactly what I did. I hope that you guys all have a fabulous day and fabulous Friday, honey. Nothing really much going on today. That'd be nice if the sun would come out, but it's raining and damp and dreary out here. No sun. No sun for the last couple of days. Kind of pissed me off, but But that's what it said on the it did say on that thing that it would be rainy. So a couple days. So hopefully this weekend. They say it's supposed to get better, but we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Tomorrow's my Saturday. Well, tomorrow's my Friday, but work's been okay. I mean, it's been kind of slow there. Nothing really crazy is going on. Me and the manager that don't really get along too much. I just learned to, she being nice to me, I'm nice to her. She got her little attitude ways. She got her ways and she gets away with a lot of stuff, but I gotta just let people be who they are and stay out of their way and just do my job and stay out the way, stay low key, stay away, like stay out the way. Like I stay out the way from this house. Just stay away from people, man. I stay out the way as much as I can. I don't want to be in the mix of nothing. If I could avoid even have to see some of them girls that I live with, child, I would do that. That'll be about my easiest thing to stay out of the way, honey. Stay low key, stay out the way. Stay low key and stay out the way. I fixed my thing. My mount is working again, even though it's still kind of cheap and flimsy. I want to get me another phone mount. They had a few phone mounts on TikTok that I saw that I liked. But yeah, they had a few phone mounts on TikTok that I like that I might get, but they just probably cheap like this one, a piece of cheap plastic. But they got phone mounts that I can put in different angles. Like I can talk to y'all from different angles or whatever. But like I said, when the weather break, I'm not gonna really be doing a lot of driving and doing live streams. I'm gonna be going into like parks and live streaming in parks and everything like that. So I'm not gonna really be doing a lot of this when it gets nice outside because you can't really live stream in your car because when it gets hot and stuff, that sun is going to hit my hit the dashboard, and then my dashboard is going to be super hot, and then my phone is going to start overheating. And I need a new cell phone, I really do, but I don't really want to get one right now. I'm still waiting on my YouTube money. I'm still waiting for my YouTube PIN number to come from Google. So I'm going to see if there's some kind of way I can contact them because every time I say the PIN number never got to my address. Like I never get this PIN number. And I gave them the new address and I'm still not getting my PIN number sent to this address. Because with Google, when you do YouTube and stuff, they want you to take a picture of your driver's license. And you have to send your driver's license into YouTube or Google. It's Google, excuse me. You got to send your driver's license, and your driver's license has to match the address that they're sending the PIN number to. So I'm going to have to, and this is the third time that I asked Google to send me a PIN number. Like I swear I never got the PIN numbers. Never came in the mail. So I got to go find me some videos to do my little investigation with that because I see a lot of people have been having the same problem with Google and this so-called PIN number. I never got paid yet, but they have my money. Like I have money that Google owes me because I get paid for this platform monthly, and I have money that's pretty much in a savings account, which is a good thing because it's keep getting higher. But I haven't been getting my PIN number. And when you do YouTube, there's nobody that you can call and talk to. There's not an HR department. There's nobody. You got to do everything through an email or something. So I'm gonna have to email them because I need y'all to release my funds. I need my money. So when I get that money, I could buy me a new cell phone. And I need a new phone. And a new cell phone is gonna cost like a couple $100. Unless they got any phone deals or whatever. But I'm not really trying to get like an expensive phone, but I do need a decent phone because I do YouTube stuff. So, but this phone that I have now, in the summertime when it gets hot, this phone overheats really fast, really, really, really quick. But I'll be doing a lot of videos in parks, like you know what I'm saying. When I be doing my hiking, I'm doing a lot of videos like outdoors. I do have a GoPro, and the GoPro is not working. I don't know what's up with my GoPro, but I don't know what happened. When y'all get electronics and stuff, make sure y'all get the insurance on it. Because if you don't get insurance on these little products that we buy, like phones, and make sure you get the warranties and all that. Most of the time, things have a manufacturer's warranty, which is like a year. And then after that, there might be an extended warranty. So When you get these electronics, make sure you get that warranty. Even though sometimes when you go to Walmart and you buy a computer or an iPhone or a tablet or something from Walmart, they do offer you an extended warranty, which most companies have a 1 year warranty on something that you purchase, right? Hey, Ron. Hello. Good morning, Rhonda. How you doing? They have a 1 year like manufacturer's warranty, which is covered from the manufacturer that it came from. So it's a 1 year, and then after that, the store like Sam's Club or BJ's, they might say, "Hey, we have a warranty. Do you want it?" And sometimes I'd be like, "No, I don't need it." And then when you don't get the warranty, then you're gonna need it because most of the time these products we drop them. We drop them, they crack, they break. So the warranty is definitely a good thing to get because you might get the warranty for a couple of years. I know because at my job we have warranties there, and I know about like manufacturers. And I didn't know about warranties like that until I got into the field of having to give customers their warranties and having to put in services for people because they had warranties and having like dealing with it at my job. I deal with warranties and manufacturer stuff every day. As creditors have been through the pen thing with Google too, don't. Yeah, so it's ridiculous, Rhonda. What have you heard about that? Hopefully change the address. I did. Well, I did change my address. So whatever mail that may go to one of my sister's house, I did have one of my mail going to my sister's house. So I changed that. And the only thing that was going to my sister's house was like my credit card and stuff. That I didn't have anything like important, but I did change my address with the postal service. So whatever may go to my roommates, my ex roommate's house, or to my sister's house, it's going to all come to the new place that I'm at now. And I didn't want to even change my address to the transitional living house because I know how nosy those girls are. They probably looking at my mail, seeing what it is. The only thing that's coming in the mail is probably credit card stuff. But the stuff that I'm looking for, like my thing from Google, so I can get paid. Because when I get paid from Google, I'm going to buy me a new cell phone. So I've been waiting for that. It's been like, I've been monetized for like 3 or 4 months now. Been getting paid, but the money just keep getting higher, which is great. It's like a savings account. You know, they're going to pay me, but come on. I asked for the pen like three. This is my third time asking for a pen, and I never got it. And I know even though me and my roommate didn't really end on the best terms, I know she's not petty enough to throw it away because she's given me other mail that came to her house. You know what I'm saying? Even though me and her didn't really end on great terms, she didn't play around with my mail. She was like, if I had mail, she would say, "Yeah, you got something here," and I would just go pick it up and keep, stay on my way. So she didn't like throw my stuff away. So I'm like, Google is not even sending me my stuff. Like, what is up with y'all? So I'm gonna have to send Google and them an email and be more blunt about it. Like, y'all have my funds and I need them because I need to get a new phone. I want to get me a new cell phone because when summertime hit and I be in these parks and stuff like that, I don't want to be like trying to do a live stream or something and then my phone is overheating because this phone overheats like nobody's business. So like I said, with all these cell phones and everything is refurbished. None of this stuff is new. Like I think even when you buy a brand new cell phone, it's not even brand new. Somebody's had that before. They just clean up really well and do whatever. But this is a phone I had through insurance. So those phones, they just refurbish those and say, "Here you go, here's your new phone." So, but yeah, I need my Google money. Because I've been monetized for like almost 4 months, and I haven't. You get paid from Google every single month, but if they don't get that pin to verify your address, you're not going to get the money. So I haven't been getting my money. So, but the good thing is, it's like a savings account. It's going to keep just getting higher and higher. But once I get that check, I need to get me a phone, and I'm not going to go get me no iPhone that's $1,000. I'm going to get me a phone, a couple $100 phone, and I'm good with that. I'm not trying to reach and so I'm going to use this phone as like a third extra little phone that I can just keep in my car just in case I want to make content in my other phones. Because when you do YouTube content and you make videos or whatever, however you make videos, whatever you do, it's always going to say you're out of space because I have two cell phones. They had to make everything match. Like, yeah, everything has to match. It sucks with the PIN number. I have to go look at some videos and see what people are saying, but you got to fight to get this pin. And thank God I'm not in a position where I'm like, I don't have money. I do have a job and everything, so I'm not dependent on it. But it's nice to have it. It's nice to, because it'll go right to your bank account. Like, they verified my bank account and everything. They just haven't verified my address because I'm waiting for this stupid PIN number. And the PIN number should be coming now to my new house because I sent them something like a week or so. It's been like a week and a half. And I said, I didn't get the PIN. So whatever goes to these other addresses, it's going to come straight to the house that I'm in now. So, and I'm going to have to go to Division of Motor Vehicles and just change my address on my license, which I didn't want to do that. But my driver's license address says my old roommate's house, which my mail is getting forwarded to the place that I'm at anyway. Everything is going to get forwarded. So if they do send a pin to my old roommate's address, they're going to send it right back to where I'm at now. So I'm not really trying to rush and go to DMV yet. I think in another week or so, I'll go to DMV and get the official address on my license so I can just do the process over again with Google. And I'm going to have to talk to Google. I'm like, listen, because eventually they're going to unmonetize your videos. They'll demonetize your channel if they can't verify your PIN. And I remember, like, I did this before on my other channel when they changed over this whole YouTube thing. Because, like, years ago, you could get paid from YouTube if you didn't have to worry about this PIN number crap. Well, yeah, they always did have this PIN number in effect. So I did make money off YouTube before, like with my old channel. I did make money. I did make a few dollars off my old channel, but that's when they turned around and said you got to have the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch time hours. Which, thinking about the watch time hours now, I think that they said the watch time hours had went down. They changed the watch time hours. That's what I heard. I mean, not that it matters to me because I'm always like, when you live stream and stuff every day, your watch time hours is always going to be okay. Because if you're putting in the effort to do your live streams every single day, you don't really have much of a problem with the live stream. But I live stream and I talk every day. I'm always producing content. Like, I have stuff in my phone now that I need to edit. So it's a lot, but I like doing YouTube. I really do. I like it. I like doing YouTube because I'm a talker. So, and whatever it is that I'm going through, I gotta talk it out. So I'm gonna speak through my mouth. So I'm gonna talk. We gotta let it out. Let it come out. I'm supposed to get some gas. I'm gonna get some gas when I get closer to work, but I guess I'm gonna stop at ShopRite and get whatever I'm gonna have for lunch today. And what else? The buses is out here, honey. They dropped off the high schoolers. The buses roll deep, honey. Got a lot of buses over there. Oh my God, I've never seen so many yellow buses at a high school before. Damn, I'm literally seeing like 20 buses. Okay. This is a high school up here, and then a lot of the kids in high school do drive. So, but I've never seen so many school buses in my life. So I've never been up this area this early in the morning. So I like the security process. But I know it's crazy. Yeah, they're very heavily secured because they verified. I thought I could get through the cracks, right? I really thought that I could, fall between the cracks and they wouldn't really need to verify my address. But girl, yes, they do because they verified my bank account. So I'm thinking if they verify my bank account, that should be enough. But no, they want that PIN number. Because I did it before years ago. I made some money off of YouTube with my other channel. And they do want to verify. But it seemed like years ago the PIN was different. Now the PIN is taking forever to get to you. So, and if you don't get the PIN, like, this is my second time asking them for the PIN. Like, I've never gotten it. What's up? And every time that I come home to the house, I always be asking the girls, like, listen, did I get any mail? Got mail yesterday, and of course it was something that I wasn't looking for. Because I changed my address on my credit card. So, of course, the credit card company send you things saying, your address was changed, your address was updated. We just want to let you know. They send you mail like that. Every bill that I pay, I don't get a bill to the house to say, hey, you got to pay your credit. I don't want that. I just do the digital way. I don't need all that paper and all that stuff, especially living in transitional housing. I don't want these girls all in my business. I don't want them all in my business because they'll be like, oh, she got credit card. Oh, people nosy. They try to figure out your life because they already nosy about me anyway. They trying to figure me out because I'm quiet. I'm always to myself. I be in my room. Even on my days off, I go out there and make my coffee. I make my breakfast. And I retreat to my room. And I'll be in my room literally all day long. And they be like, well, she be in her room. And I just be out the way. Some people be so offended the fact that you out the way. I'm not worrying about what y'all doing. I'm definitely listening. But when I be listening to when they be out in the living room and stuff talking, most of the time they be sitting around just talking about somebody, talking about the other new girl that's here. I be hearing them talking about her. And then as soon as the girl come in here, they all, hey, how was your day? And I just be like, yo, y'all some fake, fake, fake. But I'm not the type of person to go and run and tell the new girl, like, listen, girl, I heard them talk about you. I'm not doing that. But that's why I don't deal with people, and that's why I don't trust people, because I be hearing the other girls talking about other people in the house, and I just be sitting there like, okay, y'all talking about her, but what are you doing, sis? Talking about people. So I know they talking about me. They probably like, oh, she has an attitude problem, or she's not. Like, I have nothing in common with none of y'all. Nothing. Nothing in common. I respect you. Yeah, if I come in the kitchen or whatever and I'm making some coffee, I'm definitely going to say, I always say good morning and everything, but they probably want me to be more like a lot of people at work want me to be, talking, telling my business, what I'm doing, who I'm dating, who I'm not dating, what guy pissed me off. Because I told y'all the girl on the couch had the nerve to say to me, because remember I told y'all about my friend that I went to high school with, and he was in the homeless shelter too. And, I talked to him a little bit here and there. But she gonna say to me one day, she was like, "Oh, I saw so and so. She saw my friend somewhere," and I'm looking at her like, I said, she told me, she said, I saw. I'm just gonna call him Bobby. She was like, I saw Bobby today, and I looked at her like, okay, you saw Bobby. I said, oh yeah, I went to high school with Bobby, and I just cut the conversation short and walked out the kitchen. She wanted me to say something about this man so bad, like something negative, like what is our status? Is that your man? Are you and him messing around? Like, if I was messing with this dude, I wouldn't freaking tell you, because it's none of your business. She either wanted me to say something negative about him, or she wanted me to say something like, oh yeah, well, this is what he did, or whatever. She wanted me to like kick his back in, or say something negative about him. I just looked at her. I said, oh, you saw him? I said, oh, that's nice. Like, yeah, I went to high school with him. Yeah, that's all I said. And I shut that down. She was looking at me like, yeah, and I walked out the kitchen. I have nothing else to say. Mind your damn business, because I don't trust you like I don't trust nobody else around here. Oh, they got the farmers out there already. They must be putting seeds or something. Well, well. So yeah, I guess they're putting the seeds out now. It's time for seeds. The farmers. I'm gonna find me another job, y'all. Even if I gotta go pick blueberries, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take it that far. I ain't picking nothing. I ain't picking nothing. She was hope you give some information about your school friend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because me and him was like, talking or whatever, but he ended up being like, he doesn't have his life together, and he wouldn't really benefit my life because he's not always together. And I'm not always together either, but I don't believe in sitting here struggling with someone that he got to get his life together. I'm getting my life together. And it's just not going to work out, you know, because he got a lot of stuff going on in his life that he just has to fix his own life. And you can't date someone when both of your lives are just a little bit to the left. You know what I mean? And that's just not going to work. So she wanted me to say something negative about him, probably. She wanted to hear some gossip. And I looked at her like, what was the purpose of you telling me that you saw Bobby? I really wanted to ask her that, but I was like, I don't want to start drama. You know what I'm saying? But I see the little stuff that you do. And one thing, people think that, like, I'm very aware of what's going on around here. I just don't say anything. I just sit and I be out the way. It's the reason why I stay in my room all day. It's the reason why I don't come out on the couch and socialize. I remember one time she was like, I think it was football season. She was like, you can come out on the couch for, I'm like, I don't watch football. She wants to socialize. She wants me to be a social being in that house with her. And I don't want to be a social being because I don't trust you. I already heard you talking about the other girls. And then the girls come in the house and you saying, hey, how was your day? So you're already messy. You're messy. I don't want nothing to do with messy women. And on top of that, me not having nothing in common with you. And the way I feel about you already, when I see that you sit on your behind all day and don't do anything, You barely watching your own kid. I have nothing to say to you, like nothing. And she was like, "Oh, I'm signing up to go to school." I said, "Well, when you gonna do that? When you gonna do that?" But besides the fact of me not trusting anybody in that house, she's really messy. She wanted me to throw some dirt on the man. She just wanted to get into my way. And she really gonna be shocked when she see me, like when the weather breaks, she really gonna be like, "Oh, I wonder where she's at." They're not gonna really out ask me where I'm at, what I'm doing. They're not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna stay away for the whole day. And I am able to, in transitional housing, you can stay away. You can stay the night somewhere for 3 nights. You can stay away for 3 days and still have your bed. So, but we're supposed to let them know. Like, if I'm gonna stay out tomorrow night, I gotta let the house know. Hey, y'all, I'm staying out tomorrow night. I'll be back on Tuesday or whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, cool, no problem. Stay safe or whatever. You know, we have this group chat, and I don't even want to be a part of that, but I live there, so okay, that's how people communicate. So they're gonna be shocked when the weather get nice. But I'm gonna be in my car. It's not like I'm going to my sister's house or anything. But if they ask me, I'm probably gonna be like, yeah, I'm just going with family. I don't have to be detailed in telling you where I'm at because it's none of your business where I'm going to be at. You know what I mean? So, but they nosy when I start staying out because I haven't stayed out since I've been there, and I've been there now almost 2 months. I haven't stayed anywhere. I don't talk about my family. I don't talk about the drama within my family, the things that's going on. I don't talk to them socially about nothing that's going on in my life. I don't have conversations with them about work, because we all talk and we all vent. I vent more on Facebook, on YouTube. Y'all know more about my life than the girls that I live with. I just don't socialize with them like that. UPS at PO boxes with physical addresses attached, and you can receive mail, faxes, packages. Oh, okay. Do you have to pay? I'm sure you got to pay for that. You can receive mail, faxes, packages. It's a little pricey, but worth for that. Oh yeah, I can't really afford to pay for that right now. The mail I have now to the house is fine. The only thing those girls are going to see is like stupid stuff, like credit card stuff. I don't have anything. I don't have my bank statements coming to the house in the mail. Anything that I think that those girls could try to grab and open or whatever, it's not anything of any importance. I understand you're playing the part very well. Yeah, I'm up on it. Good morning, Joanna. How are you, sis? Thank you. I appreciate that, Joanna. But yeah, I'm playing the part very well. I'm up on everything. I'm up on their little games that they be trying to play. I got you, baby. I got you, sweet pea. And there's really no way, because somebody was like, well, maybe they're watching your social media. I said, well, there's really no way for them to find my channel unless they found it linked. And I don't link none of my stuff with like Facebook, Instagram. None of my stuff is linked together. The only thing a person can find if they were looking hard enough or if they had my phone number, they can find my Instagram and Facebook, which those two, I don't even do nothing on there anyway. Any content that I put on Facebook is just, it's not really anything like about my life. Sometimes it could be, but I don't give out too much information. So if they find my Instagram or Facebook, I don't care because my YouTube is not linked to none of that. So nothing is linked. So even if they did find it, they're not gonna say nothing to me. What they gonna say? What they gonna say? This is my life. I can legally do a YouTube channel if I want to, and I can talk about whatever it is the heck I want to talk about. So, but you have to really do some dig deep in to find my YouTube channel because my YouTube is not linked to anything. Some other people that do social media for like full-time living, they link all of their stuff because they want people to follow them. They want the attention from others because they're trying to grow. But I don't really do any stuff on Instagram. My Facebook, I do be on Facebook, but I don't really talk about my life on no platform except for YouTube. So you have to really do some really big dig deep in. You have to dig really deep to find me on YouTube. And I'm a small YouTuber. Like, what? I'm almost probably at 4,000, so I'm small. You know what I'm saying? By the time I want to get to in 2026, I want to see if I can get to like 10,000 subscribers by like the end of this year. So I want to try to see if I can reach that goal, but it's not really like a big goal for me. I'm like, it is what it is. I let my channel grow organically, and I'm not one of those people to be like, I don't even tell people, hey, subscribe. I mean, I probably should be a little bit more professional with it, but mine's is just growing organically. It's growing organically. I move my channel how it moves every day. I'm not in a rush for anything. Um, Social media is a lot of work, and I'm doing it on the mediocre side. Like, this is very small what I'm doing. Very small, very little, very tiny, very demure. Like they say, very demure. So my channel is moving at a slow pace, and I'm fine with that. I'm not one of those people that be worried about, I'm gonna get the subscribers. I gotta get no, because this is work, man. It's work on social media, but it's nice that you can turn your social media into an area where you can connect with other people in the world, and everybody can kind of talk about what's going on in their life. Because a lot of people, some people be on this platform as a form of therapy, and I heard so many people say that. Like, they talk about their life or their issues or their problems, and I find nothing wrong with that. I know a girl right now, she's a young girl, and them young girls, them young guys on this platform, if they in their 20s and they doing social media, and they've this one lady that I watch, she a young chick, little on the ghetto side, but she know how to hustle this. The young cats, they know how to do this social media stuff. So some of the young kids be in their 20s and they out here driving in Lexuses and uh, all these nice cars, and these girls are only in their 20s and they getting it. So they know what they doing, which is great. I got into social media like maybe 15 years ago. I started. But I was always like working a job, so I used social media as like a second. When I started this channel talking about my homeless journey, I wasn't on here like thinking, oh, I'm going to make some money. I just went on this platform to talk about my life right now, being in transitional housing, being homeless, going into shelters. And that's how I opened up my chats. But I use this as a form of therapy for myself to talk about my feelings and what I'm going through. I might leave work today and say, oh my God, this happened. This person got on my nerves. My boss did this. This is what happened. I've been about the house that I live in. I've been about the shelter where I was living in the shelter. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Go paperless with your bank. Yeah, I'm paperless with my bank and everything. Yep, I'm definitely paperless. 'Cause I don't want nobody in the house. Like, somebody could steal my mail and open it up to be nosy. So all my bills are paperless. I just do it all online, and they do still send things to the house sometimes, but I don't even want them to send nothing to my house, but whatever, because of where I live. But when I opened up this channel, I didn't come on here thinking, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to do this. Because you got to do some crazy stuff on social media to go viral. Like, you have to kind of sell yourself. Sell your, what they say with the celebrities, you got to sell your soul. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some crazy, outrageous stuff to go viral and stuff like that. And I'm not that type of person. I don't care about fame or anything like that. But you can make a living on this platform. You can, because a lot of people be making good money. Some people be making so much money on this platform that they make more money than they can make at a part-time job. Like, you can make bank, because I've made money on here, but you got to be consistent with it, and you have to be on here every day, like doing your channel, like working at your channel. Because if you're not working it, you're not gonna make no money. But if you working it, sis, you can make bank. You can make bank. But a lot of people are saying that this is not what it used to be, because like the views are like, it's a lot with social media. You have to kind of understand it, but you can make money on this platform. But if you're making like the full-time YouTubers are the ones that are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're on all these platforms, and they're making money. Like this one girl, she is young, she got kids and stuff like that. She's like 23 or 24. This girl be traveling, going to Mexico, doing all this beautiful things at 24, and she's a mom. She got a couple kids, but she driving in a Cadillac Escalator. She's like 24 years old. I'm like, girl, you're making bank. But I look at her and I respect her. She a little on the ghetto side, but she has her audience. She has the people that support and the people that love her. And I love her for that. And she going to school. So she's smart. She know how to hustle. And I be like, ooh, let me take some tips from the youngins. Because at 20, I wasn't doing this, because social media wasn't really like popular back then. You know what I'm saying? But now this girl be making money. She make money off of wigs. She do wig stuff, wig videos, wig tutorials, and I'm not into the wig sector, right? So I just do my talks. I had my old channel. I had some videos on there. Sometimes I would do my makeup, and I'm not a makeup artist, but I would do my makeup. Like, I want to get back into all of that again, But some things I just can't really do because of my living arrangements, my living situation. But when I get my own apartment, I have a lot of content coming with that. When that happens, I have a lot of things that I want to do with that too. I should have stopped at this Wawa and got me some gas. I didn't went past it. I'll be okay. I can get gas when I get out of work. I can get gas when I get out of work. But yeah, the youngins be eating it up. I respect the youngins. They be eating it up. And I'm talking about eating it up on every single platform. And another thing I notice a lot of people do, people be recording your videos, especially if you're a popular YouTuber, if you popular, and I'm talking about you got a couple million subscribers, people be taking your videos and they record them and they make money off of that. They make money off of that. But like I said, when I started this platform, I didn't start this platform and say, hey, I want to make a lot of money, because I don't share my stuff on all my social media platforms and stuff. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my TikTok channel. I could just drop my TikTok, but see, a lot of my family members be on. Not that I even care about that, but I don't want my family like looking at me and seeing what process I'm in my life. I don't. They don't need to see it. But some of my family members even watch me. Some people are probably here right now watching me talk or whatever, and I really don't care about that. But I don't think that family members should be watching me because they're nosy, but they won't pick up a phone and see if I'm okay, but they'll watch me on social media. That's the type of crazy stuff. I just be like, sis, what you watching me for? You know what I'm saying? I need to get gas. Maybe I better turn around, go get some gas. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do. I need to get on a U-turn and go back. I gotta get some gas. Cause I don't want to wait until getting off work. I could do it, but I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be a gas station coming up. I'm gonna have to turn around and get me some gas. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and we're gonna get some gas. But yeah, you could really make some money on this YouTube platform, because when people are here for you and they support you, they're gonna come by and see you. They're gonna come and look for you every day. Even if you like disappear, they're gonna be like, I've been looking for you. Where you been? I see it all. But a lot of youngins, they be cleaning it up on social media. This one young girl, she driving in a Cadillac Escalade, she just got a house and everything. I said, oh, okay, but she been doing YouTube for a long time. They started young. She got like messy. She like messy too. You know what I'm saying? People like messy. But I really don't do the messy sector stuff, but I do talk about my life. So if people are interested, they're interested. If they're here, they're here. Hey, if they don't want to be here, some people, I'm unsubscribing. Well, do what you need to do, sis, because I ain't begging you. Do what you need to do, because I ain't begging. I ain't begging. Good morning, everyone. I got 22 people watching me. I should have 22 thumbs up. I mean, what's going on? What, like the young girl thing? What's tea? Uh-oh. The police just passed me. Uh-oh. I hope he ain't see my phone, honey. Because he going to be like, I hope he don't come for me. I hope he don't come for me. Oh, shoot. Girl, let me get away from this damn cop. I just have to turn around. I just got to bust a U-turn. You know when you got to run from the police, right? I'm just trying to turn around so I can go back and get me some coffee. Not coffee. I gotta get some gas. I still got a lot of time. Well, really. Life is life for me. But it's going to be a fabulous Friday, y'all. Right now, I got 22 people watching me. I really should have 22 thumbs up. What's going on? What's tea? What's tea, like the young kids say? What's tea, like the youngins be saying? I'm gonna go get some gas real quick. So when I get out of work at 5, I ain't got to worry about too much. What's tea? Can y'all get me up to 22, please? Here's Mississippi. You can have a phone on it. You can have. Okay. I gotta I have to look at the laws in my state to see about the phone thing. Cause he don't know. This could be a GPS. You know what I'm saying? But I think most cops be knowing like people live streaming. They know people do it. I mean, people are going to do whatever. It's comfortable for me to live stream like this because due to my living situations, I can't really live stream at home the way I want to because I want to talk in my normal tone. So anytime I'm at the house and I'm live streaming or something, I can't really talk in this tone because the girls will hear me and they'll be all in, they'll be all in my business. Like, ooh, who she talking to? So one day I played a game with the girls, right? It was a lady at the job, one of my friends at work. And I say I had a girlfriend at the job that I made. She a cool chick. Uh, so I talk to her sometimes. So I do that to throw them off, right? I do that to have a conversation because I want them to think that I'm not in here by myself. Like, oh, she's talking to one of her friends from work or whatever. So I was in there having a conversation with her, but I wanted them to hear me talk. You know what I mean? And I wasn't really doing nothing, but I was talking about work. It was like work stuff. So I was having a conversation with her just about stuff that was going on at work, but I was talking in my normal voice on my phone. I had my earbuds in, but I wanted the girls in the house to hear me talk. I just wanted y'all to hear this. Like, I wanted y'all to hear me talk. Same here. Yeah, I got to look at the laws in my state about dashboard cameras. But I know one thing: live streaming while I'm doing what I'm doing is they will stop me for that. Because I know if you're on TikTok and you're live streaming while you doing whatever, they can stop the stream because they can. I guess they have some type of something in there that they can see. Hey, she's using it. I'm not going to say it out my mouth, but she's using the D word and she's live streaming while she's D'ing. So they can find that out on TikTok. YouTube hasn't gotten that yet, and I don't think they ever will. But TikTok will stop your whole stream. So, and people tell me like, "Oh, it's dangerous." I said, "Well, I'm like, it's like I'm talking on the phone. It's like I'm talking on the phone, but the phone is sitting on the dashboard. I don't think it's not like I'm sitting here like reading comments while I'm driving in traffic. Like right now, I'm looking at the road. I'm not reading comments while I'm driving. Like I'll read a comment, like if I'm at a stop sign or not even at a stop sign. I'll only look at the comments when I'm like at a red light. Or like right now, I'm about to go to Wawa to get some gas, right? Because I need gas. Gas probably went up, I'm sure. But it's not like I'm looking at the phone while I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I think if a cop saw me, he probably would give me a ticket for it. Which I understand. That's their job to keep people safe or whatever. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it having it mounted because it's like you're talking on your phone, like I'm talking to a speaker. So right now I'm at a red light, right? I can look at a comment if I want to. I don't think there's anything wrong with having it mounted or having the thing, having the phone look at me. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And it was so funny. I got this comment from this idiot yesterday. I did a short video and I was in the gym. This was like an older video. Some of my videos, y'all look at the date, some of the videos are older. I'm putting out like shorts of me, when I stayed in hotels. So I'm putting out that content too. So y'all look at content that y'all look at. Make sure y'all look at the dates because some of the content that I put out is stuff that happened a year ago, 6 months ago, like my hotel stuff. I'm putting that out there, right? So when y'all look at stuff, make sure y'all looking at the dates because some stuff is old. And I always put it in the comment, like on the title of the video and say, hey, this was a year and a half ago, or this was something that happened. So some of my hotel stuff, that's old stuff. So y'all make sure y'all look at the dates because some people be thinking, oh, you in a hotel now or whatever. No, I was in a hotel months ago. But somebody came on my comment section and said, I was at the gym and I had my phone just mounted up at the gym just making content, right? Because when you're a content creator, you got to make content because that's how you can get paid. So you have to make content constantly. So sometimes I'm like in the gym, I was like, oh, this is a nice time to make content. So I was in the video doing my content for YouTube at the gym, and somebody said, oh, you're not supposed to be recording. I said, I'm not recording anybody. That girl just happened to be in the video. People are so dumb. They just really see what they're not even really focused on what you're doing or the content that you're producing. Everybody's worrying about what everybody else around me is doing. So the person was like, oh, you shouldn't be recording someone else in the gym. You can't do that. That's illegal. So this is what I did. I went into the comment section and I told that genius, I said, well, listen, why don't you call Planet Fitness and record and screen record my video and call Planet Fitness and let them know what I did. since you so worried about the girl. He was like, oh, you can't record minors. And there was a girl in the background of my video. Listen, if I record something and somebody steps into my video, they stepped into the video. It is what it is. It's free game. Everybody's out here recording stuff because people are making content. So you never know who's going to be recording what. The girl just happened to be in my video, and the genius was saying something like I was actually recording her. And I'm just looking at this genius like, what are you talking about, bro? You don't even make sense. Like, what you're saying makes no sense. But I said, you know what? I said, why don't you report me to Planet Fitness and let Planet Fitness know what I did? Go tell Planet Fitness that I'm sitting here recording. And then he had the nerve to say that the girl in the video was a minor. First of all, you can't even be a minor at Planet Fitness. If you're underage at Planet, I mean, that happens sometimes. The kids be in high school. But whatever. I wasn't recording the person on purpose. It's not like I was purposely recording this girl. She just happened to be in my video. That happens all the time to me. I be in the background of somebody else's video. I really don't care. Now, if the girl came up to me and said, hey, I see that I'm in your video. Do you mind, taking me out the video? I would say, yeah. Okay. Like, oh my God, I'm sorry. But if people around you don't really care about that, why is someone on a video caring about what I'm doing on my phone? Like, come on, grow up. But some people don't got nothing to do with their life. So they always worry. They're not even worried about the video that I'm making or producing. They worrying about the girl in the background. Oh my God, you shouldn't be recording. I said, I'm not recording her. She just so happened to be in the video. How you doing? Can you tell me at regular? Thank you. Be nice to people. Be nice. Nothing wrong with being nice. Nothing wrong with being nice, y'all. And I got my credit up. My credit score went up like 20 something points. Can I get it up? I got 12 people watching. Well, no, 21 watching. And I got 12 thumbs up. Can y'all help me out, please? Can y'all help us, sister? And every time I come to Wawa, right, I always start to get rid of my trash. Like whatever trash I have in the car, we dump that trash out, right? That's what we do. I got a lot of trash, and I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. This is what I don't like. I don't like when they try to clean your windows. I'm not paying you no tips. I don't have it. I don't got no money. I don't like when they clean your windows and they don't ask you, "Can I clean your window?" I don't even think he cleaned my back window. I wonder why he did that. Because they be wanting tips and stuff. And I think you should ask the person, "Do you want me to clean your windows?" I think you should ask. I don't like when they don't ask and they try to clean your windows. Because they be wanting tips. But I don't have a tip to give you because not everybody walks around with money. Thank you. I don't need a receipt. Thank you. I don't think he probably wanted to tip. He probably was just being nice, but that was fast. That was fast, honey. Dang, what time is it? Okay, I got an hour. So I can stop. I'm gonna stop at ShopRite and get me some bananas. He cleaned my back window. But I don't like when they do that because a lot of people don't walk around with money. And I be knowing they be wanting tips, but maybe he don't want a tip. Maybe he was just being nice, but sometimes when they start cleaning windows and stuff, I say no, please don't do that. I said no in a respectful way. I said no, I'm okay, thank you. I don't want you to clean the window because I don't have any tips. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't walk around with money. And I think before you try to clean someone's windows on their car, I think you should ask them first. That's just out of courtesy, ask them because we know you're cleaning windows because you want a tip. So we know that. I have seen YouTubers being told not to record in stores, mainly like this mall content. Oh, really? You can't record in mall? I thought malls would. Well, malls in my area are becoming obsolete. But I understand them saying no recording because I do see a lot of signs like no recording, no recording. Because people are taking that recording stuff. They're like taking the recording stuff and they're harassing people. Like when you see people go in Walmart and start doing stuff, and some of the stuff be skits. Some of these things do be skits that people go out and set up, for views and stuff like that. But some of the stuff are not skits. Some people actually really go to people's job and they start harassing them. They just do stupid stuff. And I understand, right? But that's the culture that we live in. So I understand some of the places are saying no phones, no cell phones, because they know people are living in this age where um these young kids, mainly it's be young kids that be going out here recording people in malls, in Walmarts and stuff, and people are just working trying to make their money. So when they making these little stupid skits and they think stuff is funny, that's kind of a form of harassment. I don't like that. But some of the videos do be funny, but some of that stuff be people setting up, they be making up skits. But I understand, like, I didn't know that you couldn't record in a mall. But the mall that's around me is becoming obsolete. This mall is basically about to go out of business. But because a lot of the young kids will go into malls and do stupid stuff, and they'll just do dumb stuff, harassing people while they working. Like, that's not cool. Having a phone in someone's face. Like, one day I was at a bank. I was doing my job. I was at the bank. So this Latino lady that was, taking the money, I had to do a bank drop for my job. And a lady came up, or a man, he had his phone in her face, and she was like, "Are you recording me?" And he was like, "No, you should never have your phone in somebody's face. Like, I think that's rude to do." Because I understand you might be on your phone, but somebody else may think that you're recording them. And I get that. Because I would ask the same thing. Are you recording me? Because you can get your butt beat out here if you're recording somebody and, you trying to be funny. People will jack you up out here in these streets. So I understand the whole recording thing. But a mall, I think, like, recording is fine in the mall. I don't think, because I know some big malls, they have like security and everything, but security is constantly always battling and fighting like the younger kids, because young kids just do silly stuff. They go to malls to try to record fights, and people be out here, they trying to make content, so they go to Taco Bell, Popeyes, and they recording people. They just doing dumb stuff. But that's the culture that we live in now, And the people at Walmart and stuff, people be out here working hard. They don't want nobody coming up to them trying to do a little stupid skit. People be in Walmart like dancing and everything, which is no problem. But I don't think you should make content if you dance in Walmart, like dancing around people. And some people enjoy it and some people don't. So me, if I seen a guy, it's just one guy, he be dancing in Walmart, and I actually really like him. And I think he's a good dancer. But some people don't want that. You don't never know what somebody's going through. And you dancing up on a stranger, you don't never know how somebody gonna react to that. But most of the time, if somebody come up to me with a camera or come up to me saying something crazy, I have to know that this is a skit that they trying to pull off. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they pull the skits off good, and sometimes the skits don't get pulled off so well. So, but I'm at ShopRite. I'm gonna go in here and see what I'm gonna get. I'm probably gonna get some dumplings. I'm trying to think what else I need. I don't really need any eggs, but I might get an egg. I might get me a thing of eggs. But yeah, they be doing them little silly skits, and some people don't be for it. You got to watch yourself. Everybody's not for the YouTube shenanigans, because you don't never know what somebody out here going through in life, man. Somebody could really be like having to go to chemo, or they fighting for their life. Nobody got time for this little stupid YouTube stuff, especially if somebody trying to be funny. Now, if they doing something and it brings value to your life, and it brings you got a smile on your face because this person did something nice today, even if it was a skit, that's good. But if you being foolish and wanting to be like rude and mean to people or trying to be funny, that's a different story. It's just certain stores of higher quality. Okay. Yeah, because you can't go into in Chanel with your phone, especially if you're not spending no money. Because certain them high end stores like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and all that stuff. And I've never been to a Louis Vuitton store in my life, but them high end stores, child, you can't even get in without having an appointment. You can't even get into those stores without having an appointment. But my hair is just kind of in twist today because it's raining out here. But I'm gonna go into ShopRite and see if I can get some like bananas or something. But yeah, I got this white. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, certain high-end stores you can't even get into those. So, but sometimes the younger generation they be doing a lot of dumb stuff and they think it's appropriate, and a lot of stuff is not appropriate. Don't ever throw your camera up in somebody's face because you don't ever know how that person will react to it. You understand me? I'm trying to see if I can get a 2-hour live stream. I never been there either. No desire to go. Yeah, I mean, I never eat. I don't care either. I don't. I think I bought one Louis Vuitton bag in my life, and I was younger. I was probably in my 30s, and I was like, I want to buy me a Louis Vuitton bag. So I bought me a Louis Vuitton bag, and it was a Speedy. It was so freaking heavy. It was a big bag too. And thinking about it, like thinking back at it, um, I was my car because this guy gave me a dirty little look. I don't want to be next to him, but it was a Speedy bag. It was a Louis Vuitton Speedy. So I didn't want to be in the area of this guy. Kind of looked at me and gave me like a dirty look, and I didn't just move my car. He's looking at me like I'm not supposed to park there. You know, when you have certain energies around you saying I just moved my car. Not because I had to, it's just because he gave me like a look like, why are you parked next to me? This is a parking lot, brother. But I just moved up because he kind of gave me some kind of weird look. But I bought me a Louis Vuitton bag years ago, and it was a Speedy, and it was actually a big, big bag. And I was just like, why do I have this bag? So I think a few years later, I sold it because I was like, the bag was like $800, and I was like, why am I walking around with this stupid stuff? I was young and stupid and into the labels, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to have this type of bag, and there's nothing wrong with having nice purses. I like nice pocketbooks. I like having nice quality handbags, but I was young and stupid, didn't know any better. Buying me an $800 purse, that was just dumb. Oh, you got to pump your own gas? Yeah, not here. Here, yeah, we got the luxury of having them pump it for us, and that's amazing. Here, he gave me like a nasty look, so I just moved my car. So when I go in this grocery store, I'm gonna let y'all know that it has music playing, so I have to put it on. I have to put the volume off. So yeah, when I go in here, I can't because it has music playing. So anywhere, if y'all ever see anybody doing a live stream or something, they can't have the background music playing. So I don't know if y'all know, but a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I can't hear you." Yeah, I have to turn the volume off because they have music playing in grocery stores. So just to let y'all know, if y'all ever see someone with the music down or not playing, it's because we can't have the background music playing. So just to let y'all know, I have to turn the volume off. Y'all being a vlogger full time is not for the weak of heart. You gotta really love this stuff. And a lot of the young cats, they like this stuff. This should be annoying having to have your phone out. And some people be vlogging with camera. They be vlogging with cameras, and this stuff be extra weight. It just be extra weight. I got some dumplings today for lunch. That's what I'm gonna have for lunch and for dinner. Dumplings, and then I got some seaweed salad. Yeah, dumplings and seaweed salad, honey. That's what we have for dinner today. I got two donuts are my guilty. The donuts are my guilty pleasure, honey. You gotta have something in your life that you enjoy eating. I love me a nice donut. I just do. I love me a nice donut. So happy Friday to everybody. Thank you for giving me 15 thumbs up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. That was my trip and show. I hope you guys enjoyed my little trip in the grocery store. We still got good timing. We still got good timing, darling. So the lady in the store, when I was putting my credit card in there, she was like, "Oh, I have to do this." She didn't even say good morning or nothing. She was like, "Oh, I have to put this in here." I'm like, "What was that? A credit card reader?" I don't know. She looked like she saw me when I was on live stream, but I wasn't going like much. Listen, people be getting paid to live stream. Okay, this be people money. This be your money out here, especially them full timers, them full time vloggers. But I respect the game. The social media is a game. It's a business now for people, and it's a serious thing. So when you see somebody out with a camera in public, they probably getting paid. I'm sure they getting paid to produce content. But I wanted this live stream to run today for about 2 hours, so I think I'm almost at my 2 hour mark. Yeah, it's raining and foggy out here, man. I hope the sun come out tomorrow. I got some bananas, but they're not ripe enough for me to eat for breakfast. I really don't have anything for breakfast, to be honest. I might have. I was supposed to get Pop Tarts, but I totally forgot. I just pretty much focused on what I was gonna have for lunch, and I'm gonna eat one of the things for lunch, and I'm gonna eat some of it for dinner. But I probably could eat the seaweed salad for breakfast. I don't really have anything to eat for breakfast, to be honest. And there's no McDonald's around. I could go get me a hash brown. I could go get me a hash brown. And I'm not even really like a big breakfast person or whatever, but let me think about it. It's a cop over there already stopping somebody. Early in the morning, he's stopping the people before they even go to work. Ain't that some crap? They coming this way now. Oh, I better get away. Maybe they say, "Oh, there she go. We was looking for her earlier because she was live streaming." There's some McDonald's up here. I could go get me 2 hash browns. I'm gonna get me 2 hash browns from McDonald's. Let's go get it because I am a little on the hungry side. So I got the gas. I'm telling you, just always spending money. It just never quit. It never ends. The spending of the money. Oh, I thought that was a McDonald's, but it's actually McDonald's is over there. It's actually I'm gonna get the hash browns from McDonald's. Ready for my hash browns. I'm just gonna get 2 hashy browns, and then I'm done. 2 hashy browns. Did you guys get into that craze when they had like what is it called? The Vampire Diaries of Bella. Do y'all remember that saga? The saga of Forks, Washington. What was the name of that series with the vampires? I remember. Was it Twilight? Oh, I remember Twilight, y'all. I remember Twilight. Mm. Is this the speaker or did I pass it? Mm. Yeah, Twilight. Y'all remember Twilight? Y'all remember Twilight? I'm trying to get my little bag to put my food in so when I get to work, I don't know where my lunchbox is. There'd be so much to do. So much to do and so little time to do it in.
Can I help you?
How you doing? Can just have 2 hash browns, please?
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
All right, 4 ounce.
Okay. Yo, I still have to go down to the welfare building and sign up for my food stamps so I can get some food and stop spending money on food if I don't have to. They're gonna give me something. They're gonna give me something in food stamps, but I just gotta go apply again. Make sure your card information wasn't shown. Yeah, it's not shown. I never would show my card information on Wi-Fi on social media. Morning. How you doing? 383 for 2 hash browns. Expensive. Expensive. Thank you. You too. See, I left the house early. I didn't have to worry about seeing nobody's face this morning, pissing me off before I got in my car with their shenanigans. Happy Friday. I got to pay my storage bill today. That's the first thing I'm going to do is knock off that storage whenever I get my apartment or wherever I end up moving to. I could just be done with the storage thing. And that's going to be the first bill that I'm getting rid of is my storage bill. That's the first thing that's going to get knocked off. No more storage. So, yeah. Thank you. You too. He was ready for me too. Napkins. He didn't give me no ketchup though, but I got ketchup in the car. Yeah, my storage thing is the first thing that's going to get depleted when I find me a place. But I can't really find a place like right now because I still can't afford it. You know what I mean? I'm not a nurse or someone that could just go out here and I don't make like 40 something dollars an hour. It's just unaffordable. It's really unaffordable to even live anymore today. If I could just like I told y'all before, if I could just leave society and just drive until I can't drive no more and continue to still have my car and pay the car insurance and stuff, I would just live that lifestyle of like a nomad because it's cheaper. Even though sometimes some people say it's not cheaper, but it's cheaper to not pay rent and mortgage. Yeah, that's cheaper. If I could do that, I would. But I'm just responsible for so many things that I have to do. But if I could be a nomad, I would do nomadic lifestyle right now. But a lot of the nomads are living off of like social media income or, whatever. They have their own little business that they're able to maintain while they're like on the road. 'Cause I watched this one chick. What's her name? Her name is Nomadic Introvert. She's a black woman and she's been on the road I think now for a few years, and she just travels all over the world. She sometimes travels in her car, sometimes she travels in her camper van, and sometimes she travels. She takes the flight. So I like her lifestyle. But me, after some time, I would probably get bored with it, and then I have to figure out something else to do because like I would get bored with going to the gym. Sometimes I get bored fast, and then I need something else to do. Like I need another avenue. But with life, I mean, I get bored quick. I get bored really, really fast, and then I need something new. I need newness. I need some newness. So right now, where is nomadic introvert at? I'm trying to think. Last time I saw a video from her, I forget what state she was in. I forget what state she was in, but she's definitely out in the world traveling. And I like that free life, you know? Like, even though nothing's free, I like having not to have to worry about your boss or going into a job that you have to clock into and deal with stuff that you have to deal with on the 9 to 5s every day. I like that lifestyle, not having anybody bothering you. So, but she making her money. She has a very successful YouTube channel, and she built that. And I love and respect her. I'm not saying I love her like that. I'm just saying I love what she's doing. She definitely found the life of freedom because she's very successful in what she's doing on social media. If you guys ever want to know who I'm talking about the chick. Her channel's name is Nomadic Introvert. She's a black woman. She travels around in her van. Sometimes she travels around in her Subaru. Sometimes she'll take a flight and she'll go to different parts of the world. Japan, I think her last big trip she was in Japan. She lived there for like maybe a month or so. But she has an interesting life and I love that lifestyle. I relate to her because I am an introvert. So I know what that feels like to like not want to be like bothered with people too much. I can relate to her with that. That's why I like her channel so much because I can relate to wanting to be okay with being on your own. You know what I mean? Not saying that you don't need people because everybody needs somebody at some point in life. You need help somewhere. But I like her lifestyle of her being just free to be. I like that. I like the life that she made for herself of being free from societal norms. You know what I'm saying? She could do what she wanted to do. I think when she started, she had an apartment that she sold her penthouse or whatever. She had a house or something. She sold her home and she hit the road. And I love that free life that she's living. Because one day I'm going to live that life, but I'll be a little bit older. I'll be a little bit older. But that's the life one day I look forward to living. A free life, not being responsible for nobody but yourself, not being responsible for no stupid job, not having to go clock into these corporate America jobs where you're not respected at all. Management, these jobs where you got to go to where management is super messy, super messy management, all that stuff. It's crazy. But when you're in corporate America, I love her. Yeah, she cooks in her van. She has the camper, like the camper van, so it has a thing on it. She also, I didn't know. I just recently found out that she had a eating like a mukbang channel. She eats and stuff. She has a second channel, and that's a success. Well, so her lifestyle, that's the lifestyle I want to live, but I can't right now. I can't do it right now, but one day I will. You can get some extra sleep before work at 3. Thank you. I appreciate Marilyn. Miss Johnson. I appreciate you guys coming by. I guess I'm almost at my 2 hour mark, or maybe I'm a little over 2 hours, but I'm gonna do a live stream when I get off at 3. I'm gonna run another live stream up. Um, Always connecting with the viewers. I appreciate y'all. Always trying to bring something to my channel. Yeah, I really like Nomadic Introvert. I don't know where she headed to now, though. I think she was in the desert. No, I was looking at some of her older stuff. But I was watching one of her older videos where she said that she was parked somewhere and she was laying in her van, in her camper van. It was a nice summer day. She said she was laying in her van. She had the windows down, just catching the breeze. And she said something told her to get up. I guess it was God. God alerted her of the danger that was near, right? So she was in a camper van one day, somewhere in some state. I don't know which state she was in, but she said that something told her to get up. God told her to get up right now. She said as she got up, something told her to look out her front window of her camper van. And she did just that. And she said, why did I see a white guy that looked like he was mentally ill walking towards her van? And she said she immediately ran to her window, shut the window and locked it. And then she locked her van. She said, I immediately went to the van to start, locking my van up or whatever. She went to her van to lock it up because she saw some weirdo looking like he was coming to the van to, you know, do harm to her or try to break into it or something. But she said the man looked like he was mentally ill, like he wasn't really all there or something. So she said the man, he just looked like he wasn't all there mentally. But he was walking over to her van and she said she got scared and back, put her windows up. And she locked her van. But she said the van at the time was unlocked. She said the van was unlocked. It wasn't even locked. She was like, thank God. She said God gave me that, inclination to get up, lock the van or whatever. So she said she acted fast, but she said it was a weirdo type guy that was on his way over to her van. And she said when he got over to the van, he began to wiggle the locks, like he was trying to get in, like he was trying to open the doors up. And I said, yo, that is so scary. And I said, sometimes God will give you these warnings of the danger that could be lurking around you. So she said the man was forcefully trying to get into her car. And I would have been saying all types of crazy words like "get the f out of here," you know what I'm saying? I would have been saying something, but she said she reacted and she just drove off. But she said he was like forcefully trying to get into her van, and I was like, "Oh God, how scary! It's scary out here as a woman. It's scary even for men. Like If you out here in this world by yourself, you just don't never know who's watching you. That's why you have to always be aware of your surroundings. Even me, when I get out of work, thank God if I work late that we all leave at the same time. We all walk to our cars. So somebody's out, you know what I'm saying? God forbid, because the parking lot is dark. Yeah, I like nomadic introvert. But I was looking at one of her stories yesterday that she was talking about some guy was trying to get into her van and she was actually in the van. And she said this man was like trying to get into her car and she said he was forcefully trying to like open the car up. I said, yo, that is so scary. I would have been in that car cursing him out while I was locking and shutting everything. I would have been cursing like, get the F out of here. Who are you? What do you want, you asshole? I'd have been cursing him out. But she was like, she said she ended up pulling away. But she said he was forcefully trying to force his way into her car. So I was like, oh my. Oh my. She's cool. I remember that episode. Good part. Yeah, I was watching a lot of her older videos. I don't know what she got going on now, but she I think she said she's going back into her Subaru because she has some work that she has to get done on the camper van. So I think she said she's going back into her car. So I love her. She's a good person. That's the lifestyle that I wish that I could live, but she has a free life to do what she wants. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all got free will, right? But she has a different lifestyle than I do. So, but I like watching her. You know, I live my life through her. I remember years ago when I lived in my apartment, I just pulled over in this parking lot to do my makeup before I get to where I need to get to. But I'm just doing my little makeup face. I just put on some powder makeup, but I really like watching her. That's my girl. She's very she's very personal and private with her life. She don't really talk about like her family or anything. She just travels and stuff. But I wonder sometimes with her, like, do you ever get tired of being on the road? Like, I know it's content, but she seems to be like a real genuine person. So I want to. I know she does like Q&As every now and again. So I think when she does a Q&A, I would like to ask her like, do you ever get tired of traveling? Like, do you ever want to just come off the road and stay like, in your camper van for like a month or two to just kind of regroup your life? Like, do you ever get so when she do a Q&A, I think I want to ask her that. Like, do you ever get tired, sis? Like, do you ever get like this is the makeup that I wear when I go to work. I don't really have to be in work until 9:30, so I just pulled over to this Dollar General to fix my makeup. So I do wear makeup when I go to work, clean myself up a little bit, but I just put on powdered foundation, which this is powdered foundation. This is from Makeup Forever, and I love this foundation. So this is good for me for the summer and for the winter. So, but I only wear makeup when I go to work. So I don't wear makeup like on my days off. Even when I was like going to church, when I went to church, I didn't wear makeup. So, and somebody was asking me the other day, do you still have plans on like going back to church and stuff? And I was like, well, God hasn't led me. I wasn't led. I'm not led to go anywhere right now. That's why I haven't found a church home. So I just been taking off my Sundays to just relax and be, just to catch up. I'm not going to make myself feel like guilty because I'm not in church. So I'm not one of those people that feel guilty, even though churches will make you feel. And another reason why I probably should have left my church a long time ago because they really like when I disappear, they don't really like call me, reach out, which is something they should be doing as a church that I've been a part of since I was like a little small child. And I love the church and I love the people. But the only thing about the church is my sister goes there and me and her really don't get along. I don't get along with her husband. Other reasons, maybe one day I'll explain to y'all. But I don't get along with my sister at this point in my life. So I either need to find me another church or I just need to stay out of church for right now. And sometimes I feel like I want to stay out of church because I'm starting to realize like the church home is not really a genuine place to be a part of. Like I'm starting to really understand like why people like don't even desire to go to church anymore because it can be such a fake place. Like to me, I'm going through like the hardest seasons of my life. I'm not no makeup artist, but I like to have nice blush on my cheek. I love blush. It might even be too much, but I don't care. So, me going through the roughest seasons of my life, I believe that being a part of a church home that you've paid money into, like I've paid tithes into this establishment for years, but they don't respect me because I'm not a consistent member. Like I say I'm a member of the church. I'm not really a member anymore because of my sister and the stuff that happened with me and her, but um the falling out that I had with my family, my sister actually goes to that church. And I don't want no parts. I just don't want no parts of it because me going through the worst seasons of my life, I felt like that's the blush I used, that one right there. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty too, but that's really, really bright and dramatic. But I don't think that's good for me to wear to work. But I love a pink blush. But yeah. So my church showed me no love in my the downfall of my life 2 years ago when I got evicted and all that stuff. Like nobody reached out to me and showed me any kind of love or support or say, "Hey, we haven't seen you in a month or so. Are you okay?" So I would be like with my church, I would be in and out for like such a long time. Like I would come in for a couple of months and then I would leave. Or I would come in and stay for a year or two, then I would leave. Um I never felt like I was a part of the family because I didn't have a husband and I didn't have the traditional family. So I felt like the church, they will shun you if you don't have this complete family that, society says that we need to have as far as like having a husband by your side. I didn't have that. Um, and they shun me. They're not going to tell you, but I feel the shun. You know what I'm saying? So I was shunned by my church for a long time, but I've never said anything to them about it because I'm just old me. I'm on my own. I'm a woman on her own. So, but I believe that my church shunned me for me never having like getting married in my life. They shunned me. So I never felt comfortable there. I never felt like I fit in because even my sister is there, but my sister's also married. But she's married to a man that cheats on her. He walks out, and the church will. They keep my sister and her husband around because my sister and her husband together they make pretty good money. Him alone, he makes good money, but she also works too. So them two together bring an income to that church that church will never like throw away. And I'm not saying the church should throw her away, but it's just a lot of stuff. I just felt shunned all my life when it came to those people because I didn't have the traditional family that churches say that you should have, that tradition. And they all probably say like I'm going to hell because I would just be in and out. Like I would come in for a period of my life, and this has been going on for years, but I would never stay. But they would never pick up the phone and like call me and ask me, hey, are you okay? What's going on? We haven't seen you in a while. They don't never call in and ask me if I'm okay. There's a guy on YouTube, The Chosen. He has a Bible study online for Wednesday and Sunday. Oh, really? Online. She said he's not tired yet. Yeah, she get her car now. He's not tired yet. Who's not tired? She's cool. Remember that episode she protect? Oh, she said she's not tired yet. You talking about nomadic introvert? Okay, because yeah, sometimes with her I question. I say, hey, do you ever get tired of being on the road? I think she loves it, and that's fine when you love it because I know me. After some time, I would probably get like homesick, and homesick not in the fact of I have a home to go rest in, but home homesick just want to just sit and do nothing. So the travel thing, I'm not really like the biggest social person, especially when I'm around people that I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm not like the biggest social butterfly out in the world. So yeah. Happy good morning. Hey Queen, how are you? Happy Friday. Getting ready for my day. I just stopped over and put on my little makeup. I didn't do any stretching this morning. I feel weird. I just wanted to get out the house fast before the girls were starting to get up. I just wanted to get out of the way. Not saying I was in their way. They're in my freaking way because I just didn't want to be there this morning. I just didn't want to be there. I didn't even wash my clothes. I was supposed to wash clothes on a Wednesday, and I didn't wash my clothes this Wednesday. So maybe tonight or tomorrow. Maybe I can wash my clothes tonight because I need my clothes to be clean for tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and I hope you guys all have a good weekend. I get off work at 3, so I might be live like 3:15, 3:30. Oh, thank you. I just put on my little makeup. I'm not a makeup artist, but I just put on my little foundation on my face, and I put on some blush, and I wear my I take my hair out when I get into work. But this is how I do when I go to work. I put on a little makeup. Yes, I have to clean up, honey. And I'll take these twists down off of my hair, so it's like a twisted out ponytail. And that's what I do to my little makeup. I'm a blush girl. I love blush. So, but thank you. I will talk to y'all later. I get off work at 3, so I'll be probably hopefully running another live stream. I gotta go get me some soil because I told y'all I have a house plant. So I have a house plant in my room. So I bought me a plant the other day. So I'm excited about that. But I'll talk to you guys later, okay? I love you guys. I'll see y'all soon. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. I will talk to everyone like around 3:15, 3:30. Be here, be square. I'll talk to y'all later.